Hello, happy Thursday.
See. Yeah.
How's everybody doing today?
The professor is here.
Yes, the professor is here. I applied the curve, by the way, to exam 1. I was changing some things up on exam 2, so I'm not going to have exam 2 available until after class today for you guys to take. But I want you to make sure that your subnetting assignment is okay. I noticed on a few of the subnetting assignments that were being done, it doesn't look like some people are pressing the submit button, so they weren't being actually submitted, even though you did all the answers. So I'll go back and double check those and see why. It's not giving you that grade, but I just fixed it for them, like Shreya, for example. If you should have a grade now on yours. And a couple of others. So if you're still having that issue with not being able to see your grade on the subnetting assignment, the electronic version that you did, send me an email and let me know so that I can get that for you. And I want you to do that before you take exam 2.
So I got the grade for it.
Yeah.
Checked. Yeah.
Yeah, and it does it show you? I think you did it all correctly for the most part. I think you had a couple little minor things, but does it show you the correct answers?
I'm checking right now. Let me see.
All right, well, you can let me know via an email
Okay.
after the class. Okay, so we are still talking about chapter 10. As I said, I'll make exam 2 available after the class, and I need to teach the 4397 class, so it'll be available sometime this evening to take. But I've been working harder and harder on trying to grade all those subnetting assignments. And I need to make sure now, and you guys need to make sure that you can access, because I do have a couple of assignments I want you to do, even though we can't do them as we used to. I'm going to change them up, like the Wireshark assignment, for example. I want you to try doing them first on the virtual machine that was assigned to everybody in the EI lab. So let's just look at that really quickly. I need to make sure that everybody can access that. So first of all, the non-VPN method. Let me share my screen here and I'll show you. You don't have to get the VPN working to make it work. It's going to stay up until Sunday at midnight, by the way, Amy. Okay. You don't have to get it working. You should be able to access it through, excuse me, the IE tab method, but let's just look at that and make sure. So, and if you can't, then we'll have to make sure that you can get VPN working. I know a lot of people did get VPN working. If you didn't, make sure that you email me at this point. I'm checking through the grading, but just email me outright to jake@uh.edu and say, hey, I can't get the VPN working. So what we should be able to do, let me open up a web browser, not that one. Well, actually, it's the same one. So what we should be able to do is click on, I'm not connected via VPN right now. Let me just double check here, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Yeah, it's not on right now. So you should be able to open up Chrome, use this IE tab plugin. So I clicked on the little E there. You get this second line there. Now, if you are in the EI lab, you're supposed to type in zen.eilab.bauer.uh.edu. That's not going to work because that DNS name doesn't exist on the internet. So instead you have to type in, and you need to type in http://. Can't leave that out. Internet Explorer requires that. 192.138.194.45 with nothing else after it. You should get this screen. You should be able to log in with your user ID. The Domain is eilab.bauer.uh.edu. Try this one first. If this doesn't work, whoops, I changed my password anyway. I need to change my password back real quick. So you should get that. I think everybody can get to that point. If you can't get to that point, send me an email, let me know. Then if you click on this, it should try to run the Citrix receiver, which I asked you guys in the information to download, and you should get this screen. Now, if it just stays there forever and doesn't do anything, then again, send me an email. Let's figure out why this part's not working. If this doesn't work, before you send the email, though, try the VPN version. So that looks like it's not going to be working on my laptop here, because it probably should have connected by now. So the way that I set up that should have been working, trying to exit that, is you should be able to connect via, let me open up my network settings. And I may need to make a small change to this to make this work. So here's my network settings. This is on a PC. I'm going to go to the VPN section here. I have one here called eilab VPN. Again, I'm going to look at the advanced properties. I'm going to clear the sign-in info just because I don't want to save it right now. And I'm going to edit the connection properties. That is the IP address. It's the same IP address that you typed in the corner, in the EIE tab there. It's the actual IP address of the server in the lab, the firewall in the lab. This needs to be L2TP with pre-shared key. The pre-shared key, if you remember, is disk 2020. I'll put that on a document here in front of your face. The PSK or pre-shared key is supposed to be disk 2020. Username and password is the way you're going to sign in. The security options just go ahead and try it this way. I'm not going to change the security options right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. BMJUS3R exclamation point. Save. I'm going to click there. I'm going to go to advanced options now. These aren't the advanced options. What are you doing? Now, let me just try to connect. I'm not even going to go to the advanced options. Looks like it's going to complete. Looks like that is working, and I can test that by going to ipchicken.com. And as long as you get that IP address as a public IP address, then you should be connected via VPN. If anybody gets anything else, let me know if you're not able to connect via VPN. After that, you should be able to then run the Citrix receiver on your local computer, or you should be able to go to the IE tab, and you should be able to go to zen.eilab. Excuse me. zen.eilab.bauer.
Professor, what password do we supposed to put in?
The default password I gave everybody. It's in the instructions.
Oh, okay.
My IE tab says I have to pay for it now.
What's that?
My IE tab
Says you have to pay for it.
Yeah, it says I have to pay for it to use it.
I'm not aware of that. I've been using IE tab for years. Are you using it on a Mac?
Yes, I am.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I guess uninstall it and reinstall it.
I tried that and it's still making me pay for it.
How much do they want for it?
I think it was $6.
That sucks. Doesn't that suck? You sure that's legitimate?
Yeah, I can send you some screenshots of it.
Yeah, do that because I'm curious. Again, I don't have a Mac, so I don't know some of the things that you guys are dealing with. That should be working. Hang on one second. I need to see why that is not working. So I'm not getting DNS, but it probably is still working. I'm not getting the internal DNS. But if I go into the lab real quick, and look at a computer in the lab just real quick here. Hopefully that didn't have anything important on it. I should probably pull that off the screen. No, it doesn't. Okay, and then I'm just going to ping something in the lab. I'm just trying to figure out what the actual IP address is of that Zen server. Don't remember off the top of my head. Ping. Oh, that might be the problem. Spelled with an X. I think I might have spelled it with a Z. Yeah, that's what it is. But anyway, it's 1.32. So let's just try that number instead, because we should be able to do it either way. So I'm going to go back to my IE tab. Yeah. No, I'm typing an X there, not a Z. So I should be able to type in the IP address, 192.168.1.32, which is the same thing as that Zen server. Then it works. Okay, good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was that BMJ US3R exclamation point default password. Sure, why not? Remember the password. Let me make sure it's not popped up on my other screen over here. I see there's some chat things. Hang on one second for me, guys. Oh, that's weird. I can't close it. Give me one sec. I'm gonna close that. It wouldn't let me close that Citrix receiver. I went ahead and downloaded the newer version. I think on this computer, I have to double check that. Yeah, that looks like the newer version. All right, well, that doesn't look like that's working right now. So let me troubleshoot that and try to figure out, because this is actually good. I like it when I'm having the same problems that you guys are. Because it worked from my desktop computer, worked from a different laptop, not working from this one. So I'm going to use this one as to try to figure out why it's not working from this one properly. I have a feeling it has something to do with software. Even so, you can still perform the Wireshark experiments without having to be connected via VPN. They just can't be, you can't do the Wireshark experiments as I've described because you'll end up disconnecting yourself. And so I'll send out a different one, but I'm going to also point you today to a Wireshark tutorial. So as long as everybody has a computer they can install software on, you should be able to download and install Wireshark. Hopefully the Mac version doesn't charge you $6 or whatever that's all about. So let's just open up a browser and let's Google for Wireshark. Wireshark is a packet capture tool. What we're doing is we want to be able to capture and look at packets coming into and going out of our computer only. Unfortunately, we can't use Wireshark to look at packets unless they're coming into and going out of our computer. Data has to be traveling in and out of our computer that's intended for us. Back in the old days of Ethernet, before switches, when we had just hubs, we could run Wireshark and actually see packets on the Ethernet network for other computers, and it was very useful. Of course, you can also hack things going on local area networks, so it was very insecure as well. So find Wireshark. Don't go to solarwinds.com. Go to wireshark.org. That's the place to get it. Download, and you Mac people can tell me. I'm pretty sure there's a Mac version of this. Yeah, there it is right there, Mac OS. I'm going to install the 64-bit version. Don't think I've installed it on this PC yet.
To download Wireshark instead of WinSCP like yesterday, or?
No, you still need to, these are different tools. You still should download WinSCP because you want to use WinSCP or a file transfer program while you're running Wireshark so that you can see what it's doing. Okay, it says it's already installed on my computer. Well, that's okay. Oh no, an old Wireshark is installed. Actually, I want to cancel that for a minute. I need to get rid of the old Wireshark real quick first. So I should have answered that question. Uninstall. So on the off chance that you do have an old version of Wireshark, get rid of it. User account control. Wireshark 1. Would you like to uninstall it first? Yes, let's uninstall it. Also, the tutorial or the assignment that I have for Wireshark that's published is for an older version, so the screens don't look quite the same. So that's why I'm doing this for you today, to show you interactively how to download Wireshark and just start getting familiar with what the console and the dashboard of Wireshark look like, even if you don't do anything with it right now in the next day or two. I'm just going to take all the defaults. Actually, wait a minute, we'll look at that. Yeah, that's fine. Just double checking. Now, Wireshark's going to ask you this also. Do you want to install this thing called NPCAP, Network Packet Capture? You definitely need that. You can't, Wireshark is useless, essentially, without the network packet capture. The only thing that you could do is play back Wireshark sessions that somebody emailed you or that somebody made available on the internet to go look at some traffic going back and forth in Wireshark. So go ahead and leave that checked and make sure that installs as well. You do not need USB packet capture unless you want to capture information coming into and going out of your USB ports, which I don't care about, so we're just gonna not bother checking that. While that's downloading, let's take a look here for a Wireshark beginner tutorial. Now you can watch videos if you want. I'd rather like to just follow. Let's see, Varonis, how to keep LifeWire. I think LifeWire is the one that I used most recently. I haven't vetted any of these tutorials as far as I can remember, but I think the LifeWire one is one that I used before. A complete tutorial. No, I really want a beginner's tutorial, but anyway, this will describe to you what Wireshark is, used for packet capturing. It'll show you the dashboard of Wireshark after you install it, and how to view and analyze packets. So I'm just going to show you really quickly if I can, assuming this will install quicker. Can't make it install any quicker. I might take a look at some web traffic here. Tell you what, let's put this aside. We'll let that finish installing. We'll come back to it. Let's go ahead and get back into chapter 10. I don't know how long it's going to take. Sorry, let me open that chat window. I know some people are trying to send some chats to me. Yes, Franklin, that's correct. What does the schedule for the class look like for the rest of the semester? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I need to double check, but I believe that our last day was supposed to be July 3rd. Oh, here's why it wasn't installing, because I had one of these little I agree guys. It was hidden behind a window. All right, fine, let's let that finish installing. One thing that I don't like about Zoom is that Zoom's windows stay on top of everything else. So if you do have little pop-ups like this was a pop-up, it was behind my Zoom window and I couldn't see it. After the class, right after the class, let me take a look at the official dates, and then I will send out an announcement right after class and let you guys know what the rest of the semester is going to look like. I don't want to speak out of turn, so I want to double check and make sure that I'm giving you the right dates. In the past, it's been just before July 4th. Or we can look at it together right now if you want. There's my stuff. Minimize when I move some things around.